Hi there, how you doing? And welcome to Vox Singing Academy's first episode of Singing Teachers React.
Yay!
Thanks for coming down, Em, and this is a new series that we're going to be starting here. But before we get stuck into our first Singing Teacher Reacts video, I just want to let you know that we are on social media as well too. We are both professional singing teachers. We work for Vox Singing Academy. I have professionally been teaching for close to 28 years, and Emily has been performing her whole life as well too.
Yep.
So we are professional singing teachers. We do give singing lessons online all around the world and also in our 6 studios here in beautiful Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. So check us out. Got the website voxsingingacademy.com.au. We also have the ultimate online singing course as well too, voxsingingacademy.com. So without any further ado, we're going to get stuck into our very first video here.
Yay.
And we've you'll pick this one out actually as well too, because it's a special video because we are in lockdown. We're coming out of restrictions here now in Australia.
This is why I can come over.
This is why I can come over, and we're probably a little bit closer than what we should be, but we just need to get this close into the camera here. But this one here is it's Sam Smith, and it's a version of "Lay Me Down," performed live. And it's obviously filmed at his house, and his accompanist is in another
either room or house or
looks like another house. It doesn't look like his house. Otherwise he'd be there, but it's obviously somewhere else. And so that he's obviously streaming live and watching his accompanist, and then sort of singing along. And it's a really nice natural video. We quickly had a very quick scan through it, so it looks like Sam Smith is in his library by the looks of it. And it's everything's just done nice and live here. So we're just gonna, without further ado, we'll sort of get stuck into it, and
yay!
We'll see how Sam's going here.
Yes.
Yes, I do. I believe that one day I will be where I was, right there, right next to you.
Oh,
and it's hard. The day just seems so dark. The moon and the stars, and nothing without you. Your touch, your skin. Where do I begin? No words.
Just with that intro, that beautiful intro there as well too, and you can also see from here that Sam Smith is really sort of operating. He's in charge of the pace and the tempo of this. He obviously came in. There was no 1, 2, 3. We're going to come in, and Sam Smith's in charge of this, and that's what lead singers really need to do as well too. Sam's in charge of it. Beautiful tone. Sounds fantastic. His controls absolutely immaculate. Sam Smith has always used that. Yes, I do. He's always used that breathy tone. Absolutely fantastic, beautiful, great feel as well too. He looks great, looks really healthy, looks nice and natural. You can see he's just filmed this. There's no front lights coming onto him here as well too. So he's just set up and just done this live and come straight in, which is really great. So we're going to get a good insight to what Sam Smith is like live.
I like how he shapes the sound with his hands straight away.
Yes.
And you mentioned the tempo management. You can see how he almost has this internal metronome going in his head. He's slightly moving to the song ever so slightly, and this is exactly it. It's a good testament to his imagination and to his precision. He controls what he's doing, and accompanist is obviously knows the song really well, so they both barely need to hear each other basically.
Well, yeah, it's got to be a very interesting clip, and why I picked this one out after you bounced it off me is to see how Sam Smith goes with the timing, because there's obviously going to be a sort of a slight delay. If he's using whatever it might be, Skype, Zoom, I'm not quite sure what they're using, but the quality is...
It looks like a Zoom layout.
Yeah, it looks like a Zoom layout. The quality doesn't look amazing, but it's obviously good enough. Just one point here, just with Sam Smith, I just thought he could have probably used his mouth a little bit more through this. It was a bit, yes, I do. So I just think a tip for singers is, especially if you're going into, yes, I do, just using your mouth a little bit more, which will help out with the pronunciation a little bit more with this. But yeah, looks absolutely fantastic so far, nice and natural. You can see that the accompanist is nearly in the dark, basically. Look like he's just got one light going on there. So we'll keep it going here.
Explain away, I'm missing you tonight. This emptiness, this hole that I'm inside. These tears, they tell their own story. Told me not to cry.
Just there again, just with pronunciation, it was nearly like, told me. It was like, he's saying told. I just thought he could have, just if he just used his mouth, told me, just use his mouth a little bit more. That's really my thing. He's a little bit flat, a little bit late here as well too with the timing as well.
I feel like it might be just the technical delay. What he's also doing so far, told me not to cry. So he's not landing on the note from the top, but raising to it. And again, using gestures to shape the sound. So that's how it's different from the album recording.
Yes.
I'm guessing he'll be doing it throughout the video too.
We use that a lot in our classes, like hand gestures. I'm saying always do this, especially holding at the end of lines when we're breaking down songs as well too. Very good, and also sliding up to notes, so that makes it very precise because you've got that told, so you can slide as much as what you need until you get to the note. But the main point is that you've got to get to that note quickly. You don't be too slow. If you're too slow, you're going to miss the note before you've got to move to the actual next note. So told me. So yeah, absolutely fantastic, beautiful tone. Like his tone is just.
Goosebumps. Hair on my sweater stands up.
just beautiful. And look, he looks great. He's really he's got the hand movements there, and it's really nice and natural here as well. So you can see he's in his library. He's got his glasses behind him. Beautiful, big, large crystal that he's got in the background there as well too. Let's keep it going.
But the feeling's overwhelming. It's much too strong. Can I lay by your side next to
I keep directing him like he's singing me.
Look, his control is immaculate. He's really into the song. Hand movements. He's in and out of falsetto is just fantastic. Really taking his time with the song as well too, getting in more breaths, not rushing the song. So he's really sort of taking his time with it. Fantastic. When he started to sing a little bit louder, you could actually sort of see him taking a little bit more air as well too. So you could actually see him take a bit more air through his diaphragm there and support more. And the volume came up, absolutely great control there.
I like how he was holding the note from going into the noise, kind of leaning on it. Can I lay by? So preventing it to go from can I lay from going it nasal. And the way that his cheeks started to work, like this part of his mouth, if it was as he did in the beginning, yes, I do, I believe. And as soon as he went up, he lifted himself by the nose, washed forward, mouth forward, these muscles raised. Can I lay? So his mouth started opening more.
Big point, exactly. During the verse, his mouth wasn't working as much. I thought that it could probably work a little bit more that would help his pronunciation. But once he started to sing louder in volume, his support came up, mouth started to work more. Fantastic. Really getting into the song here as well too. Some really nice reverb. We just lost some lights.
That's fine. Let's keep rolling.
Let's keep it rolling here. So
I won't look as pasty with just one light.
Okay.
and make sure you're alright. I'll take care of I don't want to be here if I can't be with you tonight.
Beautiful.
I'm reaching out to you.
Yeah, so fantastic run, really getting into it. A lot of hand movements, gesturing, feeling the song. His run was absolutely fantastic there as well too. Great control. Yeah, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful tone.
And what is notable, he wasn't doing any of that during the run. He was actually thinking about the notes and gliding through them, not poking to you, ooh, 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 ooh. So he wasn't poking at the notes. That's a mistake that beginner singers do all the time. They use glottal attack or fricative attack to you, and this is what you can see a lot of on Instagram when beginner singers start doing runs and trills. So his run was very glidey, very smooth. To you, whatever he did, he obviously did this run a million times.
Yeah.
He's very comfortable with it. That
Yeah.
It's not an improv.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Can you hear my call?
Just notes, beautiful.
And this hurt that I've been through, I'm missing you like crazy.
Beautiful transition there from the true voice to the falsetto, back down to true voice again as well too. Nice big smile to get to that crazy as well too. So he's really getting to, he's moving around now. You can see where we sort of pauses as well too. A little bit of timing issues, but that might be because
I feel like it's technical thing.
He's slightly probably delayed. Maybe it's the video, the Zoom that we're using here as well too. So yeah, not quite sure why there's, but I just feel that the timing's just a little out, but nothing that's bad. You know, blues singers do this all the time, but yeah, absolutely fantastic.
And I lay by your side, next to you.
Just something here as well too. I just want to pick up. His posture is very good.
Yeah, no turtleneck at all.
Yeah,
Everything's very straight and confident.
Yeah, when he actually goes for his high notes, he nearly sort of pulls his head down. So a lot of people do this when they're going up high, if they've had the bad habit of going like this, because it is a habit that a lot of singers, when they're going for high notes, they will go up and reach for high notes like this. But Sam nearly overrides that and nearly sort of, when he's going for high notes, nearly sort of leans forward a little bit and sort of pulls down a little bit, which is definitely going to help keep the neck relaxed and not tighten up the neck. Because when you do this, elongate, the outer laryngeal muscles constrict the larynx like this, and you get a tighter sound. So that's why Sam isn't sounding constricted and tight up higher. He's actually putting a cry into the technique and supporting very, very well here as well too.
I feel like this lean forward that he's doing for big notes, it helps like with the crunch with core support.
Oh, big time! It's a technique that a lot of singers usually see. Robbie Williams lean over. A lot of hardcore singers, when they're going for hard notes, would lean into notes like that. So it is a technique to sort of lean down and lean forward into notes as well too. Also, the reverse of that, sometimes sort of just going backwards. When
like
you stop,
Freddie Mercury was doing, right? He was going very straight and back.
Yes, back. So it's another one where it activates to get straight, you have to activate your core, and your core obviously is supporting underneath your lungs, which is supporting the right amount of air underneath your vocal cords. So yeah, fantastic.
And they try, I'll take care of you. I don't want to be.
How
Shoulders.
he took a breath too, next to you, right before the raise up.
Yeah.
So he made sure he has enough breath. His phrasing is very different from the album. He constantly tops up tops up
Yep.
right before going up.
Yep, and right before that, he took a quick breath in, just through the bronchi tube. You see the shoulders raised to get that in, because he wanted to get that in to support the next longer notes as well too. So,
But then, shoulders immediately went down. You could see how he consciously pulled them forward, because when we push the shoulders up next to you, the sound becomes very constricted.
Yep.
So he topped up his breath and immediately pulled his shoulders down next to you. So you could almost see how he puts them down actively.
Yep.
Really good technique here.
Yep. Also as well too, right here, where we freeze it here, great posture, nice straight posture, great smile to get to that top note as well too. He's really feeling the note. He's got the hands going, so his whole body is activated in this particular note that he's sort of singing here. Big mouth placement, so absolutely fantastic here.
Let's one more second. If you look at the piano player, for example, if Sam was sitting or standing up with the same posture as his accompanist, this note would not be possible, because all of the vocal tract right there, you can see the piano player is very bent down and looking down at the keyboard. Can you hear how constricted my voice is? Yeah. So very often when you watch people who also play their own instrument, you will notice that the best of them don't actually stretch the neck forward or bend it down. They are even sitting down. They are completely straight by the instrument, completely aligned. So nothing here is tense or squished.
Yep. So don't do what the accompanist is doing
well, he's
here.
not singing, so it's okay.
But just really, if you are accompanying yourself like that, have a boom stand and have the mic right up here so that it's very, very close. Stevie Wonder is a great example of great posture behind a keyboard, guys. So please, he's absolutely amazing. Elton John varies from very good as well too, but go and have a look at Stevie Wonder when he's singing. Absolutely fantastic posture when he's behind the keyboard. I think if you are accompanying yourself and playing and you want correct posture, just go and have a look at Stevie Wonder performing live.
If I could be with you tonight.
So the bridge here changes up now.
And how he did a drop cry tonight. He reactivated the cry within the
secondary
note.
cry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, let me come tonight.
Just with that lay me, I just thought that he could have lay me. I thought he could have probably glided into that note a little bit more. Just lay me, just dropped into it. I think he was probably thinking about the note that was coming up there as well too. Just thought his control could have been a little bit nicer through that me there, but again, being very pedantic here. Tempo's changed, so he's changed things up a little bit. So maybe he wants to be a little bit more staccato with the piano going dun, 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 dun. So that could be happening as well too. Just want to go and talk about his registers as well too, because he's changed registers. He's now in his chest voice.
Yeah.
Lay me. So you can hear he's here. When he first started, he was in his soft palate. Yes, I do. So he was using his soft palate. He was placing the sound up. He could have sung that intro. Yes, I do. Like that as well too, but he's using his different registers and the placement of his sound. So when you're practicing this at home, you want to feel that. So you can even sing along to this. So, yes, I do. I'm putting my sounds in my soft palate, or where my uvula is. If you don't know where your soft and hard palate is, put your finger to the roof of your mouth now.
After you have washed it.
That's your hard palate. And you roll it back. Oh, soft palate. At the back is your little uvula, or I call it the punching bag. But he's putting his sound, when he first started this sound, he was singing it up in his soft palate. Now, he's singing in his chest voice. So he's using these different colours. Then he was using his cry as well too before, which was going up into the where the uvula is, but in a true strong voice as well too. So amazing different registers, lots of different colours. You know, so he's really peacocking his range here and his different colours and voice. But really the main thing that's come up here is that his control and his feel, but his control is amazing. Yes, he's sung this song thousands and thousands of times, and you can see that he's rehearsed this. He's very comfortable with it. Sounds a little bit, I think it's a semitone lower than the original version, I think.
We need to double check on
Yeah,
that.
we can double check that, but it sounds a little bit lower. Great mouth movement. So you can see him, so he's gone from chest to middle to a mixed or blended voice then, and even into like a slight falsetto at the end. So he's gone through like 4 different colours. Chest, mid.
Lay me down tonight.
Yes.
Lay me by. And what do you think about the volume on this transition?
Well, you can see he's gone through his volumes, and we use different volumes in our lessons, and he's gone from a quieter volume. I use like volumes from 1 to 4, but he started off at a 1, and then as he's gone up through that, he's gone up slightly louder, and I would probably call that nearly like a 2.5, 2 3/4, where he's going towards the top and then in falsetto.
Let's rewind a little bit. I want to kind of, how do I put it? He's very heart-wrenching on an album at this point, and here he's very relaxed to it. So it's a softer version. In the album version, and very often during live performances with big sound, he overdrives at this point. Lay me by your side. Like it's too low for me to do gritty tone.
This is lower. I know it's lower. I don't exactly know how much lower it is from the album version, but yeah, it's. Do you want to hear?
It's very chill here. Yeah. So listen to how chill he is, and go compare it to his album recordings.
Take it back a little bit more. He's in chest now. Yeah, when he gets to the he's in falsetto. When he gets back to side, he flips it back to true voice again seamlessly. Not an easy technique to do it as seamless as what he's done there. Takes a lot of practice from doing scales like we are, like that over and over again. But yeah, amazing. Yeah, and you can hear the volume transition as well too. So going from a quieter volume, supporting. You can see he was actually supporting all with his stomach going through it. So yeah.
Sound down.
A little bit pitchy there on that Can I Lay. Yeah, he was a little bit pitchy then. He didn't get on top of the note, but that's okay.
I feel like he's consistently, what he's doing, he's consistently sliding from a full tone underneath. Can I lay by? So he did it in the first chorus as well. What I like though is his mouth placement is exceptional on all of those R's. He shows all of the upper teeth. So if he were to do it, can I lay by? There's nothing wrong with it. It just sounds a bit muffled. But when you smile more, your top teeth look just. Look at his, like how much he's opening his mouth.
We'll just go back there. You'll just hear he's a little bit flat. They have a great mouth placement. Just here. Great mouth placement. And immaculate vibrato on his holds. Beautiful.
Or you could even see his tummy contracting.
Yes, there's a lot of reverb in this room. He's got polished floorboards, high ceilings. So he's got a lot of natural help here as well too. So if you want to sound good, there's a little trick. Sing in a room that's got reverb as well too.
This was created as part of the big night in. We hope you like the videos, and we also hope that you...
Okay.
Fantastic. So what is also I wanted to show, a lot of singers would go next to you and start shaking their chin. None of that. Beautiful vibrato. This is how you can tell his core is working.
Natural. Did it a little bit at the start,
this was created
but
as part of the big
definitely
night
at the
in.
end.
We hope you like the videos, and we also hope that...
For sure, he wasn't doing it, but yeah, fantastic, great mouth placement, great posture. He's amazing. He's really brought sort of soul singing back into vogue, and also just that head voice back into vogue. So not falsetto, because a lot of people mix head voice and falsetto. A lot of teachers mix it up, but that yes I do. It's not yes I do. It's not falsetto. It's not yes I. Chest voice as well too. So he's really brought it back into vogue. I think so. Celine Dion did it in Every Night, and Sam Smith has brought that colour back in as well too. So absolutely fantastic. Anything else you want to wrap up with this, Sam?
Yeah, I did feel like he was a little bit pitchy. He was very accurate with those raises. I feel like on some of the top notes there was a bit of a pitching issue consistently throughout. When he was going into a quieter, can I? Exactly because because this raise was a little bit too long, and I feel like in his mind he was listening more of the like a tempo, just the timing to get in time with the pianist. I'm thinking that maybe he was even singing a little bit ahead of the piano of what you heard, just because of the natural delay that's happening.
100%. As I said at the start of the video, I think that he was leading this song. He wasn't waiting for... Well, he does. He leads the song because he starts off the song without the piano playing. So 100% he was doing that, and the piano player was sort of keeping up with him. The piano player actually took a headphone off, I think, to maybe hear more of his natural piano towards the end of it. But yeah, look, I thought that pitch on some of the higher notes needed to be worked on, timing a little bit, but again, it's delayed. He's using Zoom here, but there's just so many positives. His tone, his passion and feeling, his mouth most of the time was fantastic. Could have used his mouth a little bit more in some of the lower parts. Breathing was great. He loves the song, a lot of feel. He's in and out of true voice is fantastic. His cries are great. His chest voice was great.
Oh, come on, you're in love. I'm going to get you guys on a date.
He's great. My mum loves him. I love him. He's fantastic.
I know nobody who doesn't like Sam Smith.
And also as well too, and you know, as a person, I know that he's also he's really changed his lifestyle around. He had a lot of vocal troubles, nodules. Drinking, always up late.
He's definitely had singing lessons within the past 5 years after his surgery.
He's definitely taken care of his health because he looks better than what he did when he was younger, and he's more consistent with his voice and the gigs and things like that. So I think he's obviously changed his lifestyle habits, eating, drinking, smoking, and things like that. I think he's
I also like how tastefully he approached this video. Like, it would be very easy to go super bombastic and big like he does during big live performances.
He's brought it back.
Yeah,
he's tuned it down, and it's intimate. He's in his library, study, wherever it is. It looks like his library because there's a lot of books everywhere, and he's kept it real natural. And I think you've seen a great one for us to start with. A very natural singer doing it naturally. There's nothing live in a big production scene here. We're going to be doing more big production scenes. Freddie Mercury, Katy Perry. That's the end of that. We'll just record that again. And I've just gone over that. Anyway, we're going to keep it going here.
That's okay.
I don't know why this is going off. keeping it supernatural here as well too. Video's just gone off, so we just brought it back here. But that pretty much sort of winds things up anyway as well too. So yeah, it was a great performance.
Yeah, I just wanted to disclose, like, there's this pet peeve going around which I absolutely freaking not a fan of. Like, you don't like the word hate, but this is what I feel. When people say about a natural singer and natural singing, a lot of public misconstrues it as not having any training, or not just doing whatever comes to your mind. This is not what Peter was talking about, I'm guessing, right? So he was talking about the environment, how naturally he sounded in this environment without trying to make it anything different rather than it is, and how naturally it comes now after Sam's been practicing and singing and performing and recording this song thousands of times. This is where the naturalness of it comes from. Not that, I just want to again to say, he did not wake up like this. He wasn't born with it. Obviously has a beautiful tone, but you can go and look back one of his first recordings, what it was, like 7 years ago maybe. Yeah, watch him singing live, totally different story.
Yeah,
very strained, very shredding up. He's definitely had singing lessons 100%. He has a training routine. Yeah,
100% since when he released his first album till now. But I think he's had lifestyle changes all the way around. 100%. Just on that as well too, this is a perfect clip as well too for every singer. I'm talking beginners to professionals. Just how you want to practice at home. Just in a nice live environment, a little bit of reverb, nice live environment. And this is where you should be doing your scales, you should be doing your singing, exactly like that. Yep. Yeah. So this is singing lessons are available for everyone to do anywhere, anytime. And if professionals are doing it like this, you can do it in your study, in your bedroom, in your wherever it is.
Absolutely.
But just to say that singing lessons, it's the best instrument because you can practice it anywhere, in the park, in the toilet, in the car, wherever you want. You can practice. So it's a very easily accessible instrument. You don't have to take your instrument with you or be somewhere, or drums where you can't do it, where you're going to disturb people. So you can always do this wherever you want, and that's one of the big key advantages with singing and singing lessons as well too.
There's a big drawback. You are your own instrument, right? So if you're sick, you won't sound as good. You won't be able to just... you have only 2 vocal folds, a couple of false chords that don't produce any pitch, right? But you have only this set and that's it. So look after it right now.
Again, just going further down the rabbit hole there, I think that being a singer as well too, and dealing with those situations when you're sick, when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're hungry, when you're tired, when you're dehydrated, it makes you more self-aware. So singing has actually made me, in a silly way, a more spiritual person, because I'm more in tune with what's happening with my body and what I'm doing as well too. So in that way, it's helped me out in a personal way, because I'm more self-aware. Because my voice isn't sounding that good. I've got hay fever today. I'm clearing my voice. Well, I'm just going to do the best with what I've got, and I know that I have to work with what I've got here today. So it's made me more self-aware, more so than a guitar. You just pick it up and you just kind of go for it. You can do it hungover and whatever it is. The guitars, your fingers got to do the work, obviously, but the guitar is there helping you out, which is half of it. So
and the vast majority of people will get those like perfect conditions, like when your sound's amazing.
It never happens.
I don't know. I've had like maybe 5 shows out of 5,000.
There you go. Yes. Yeah, but even in the studio, you'd always like, I like to have this, or I like to have that. It's you make do with what the conditions that are happening. Even look today, the lights went out. We'll just keep on going. So.
Same with a lot of online lessons right now. It's a bit easier because in terms of transportation.
Exactly.
Right? Nobody needs to get anywhere. You can literally be there. We don't know
Fun.
what Sam Smith is wearing underneath. Is he wearing any pants? We don't know. He has a nice top on. That's all that matters. Right? And so you can do absolutely the same. And I know for a fact that a lot of people do this. With one of my students, he was wearing like a nice polo shirt, and then he stood up, and there's literally pajama pants with like rabbits on it and whatnot. Oh, that was hilarious.
So I'm wearing my...
So right now, don't limit yourself, and most importantly, don't create unnecessary challenges for yourself.
Yes.
A lot of
Sam Smith tuned down to make this song easier for himself.
a lot of troubles, a lot of blocks we create ourselves. We find excuses to not do what we like because I'm not pitching well today. I'm a bit phlegmy today. Whenever I hear in class a student goes, I'm a bit phlegmy today, really this is not a necessary information because I will hear it anyway, and you are here anyway. We need to keep working, right? Finding ways to overcome the actual problems is very, very important. And it's also important to not create yourself imaginary problems like your parents and siblings and roommates not liking your singing. Go and have a conversation with them. Send them off to a park. I don't know, PayPal them some coffee money and let them go off. Treat themselves, and you will practice. I don't know, do something nice for them. Most people, story time. Most people actually like you singing, even if you're not perfect. The vast majority of people just enjoy the sound of human voice as long as it's relatively on pitch. When I was very young and living in a dingy apartment, I was 17, renting a flat in Moscow with like literally cardboard walls. At one point, I was writing a song and just playing with my cheap keyboard and my cat meowing, and then I just needed to go out. Went outside, and there was a chair next to my door, a stool, and neighbor's Nana was sitting there with her tea and cake. And she was like, why did you stop? I always come out here to listen, to hear you better. Because my room is not right next to yours, so I come out here in the hallway to hear you better. So,
wow.
The vast majority of people around you will enjoy you singing. Just approach it with this perspective and try and make it an enjoyable experience for yourself. Like, look at Sam. He's in a comfortable environment. He's wearing this lovely, nice white shirt. He had his eyebrows done. That's great. Yeah. So he's not slobbing it up. He's looking after himself, obviously. And there's nothing wrong about once in a while relaxing and just letting the pressure of needing to, we have it, sorry, I'm rambling on, but it's just a lot of pressure right now is to stay positive and to keep doing things and learn 5 languages and learn to play 15 instruments and record 5 albums. You don't have to do all of those things at once. Just do one, pick one that makes you happy. And also, there's nothing wrong once in a while to just sit down in front of Netflix and binge on like The Good Place or any other show that you like.
I think we should wrap things up, Em, because this is going to turn into a long thing here.
We'll trim it out.
So we're gonna wrap things up here. Okay, guys. So do you want to say anything before we wrap this up? Because this is our first one. We don't want to keep it too long and bore the people out there. But I think I've gone over the main points already here. So if you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and just definitely inbox us if you want us to teach or react to any other videos as well too. And we will do our best to get through as many of them as we possibly can.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in, Em. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun doing the first one, and I look forward to doing many, many more.
Yes. Virtual high five.
Yeah, elbow.
Elbow. Bum 5. Go practice. Whee!
Have fun singing. Okay. Be good. Much love. Bye-bye.